How do you do, everybody? From the mountains of Virginia to the Mexican border, Prince Albert, the world's most popular smoking tobacco, presents the South's most popular radio...
Got my Sunday shoes on, got my hair slicked down, having a big time tonight. Can of good Prince Albert, full with pleasure bound, having a big time tonight. Going to the hoedown in my Sunday clothes, having a big time tonight. Gonna still be dancing when the rooster crows, having a big time tonight.
Yes, sir, it's the Grand Ole Opry. Again, Prince Albert sends you greetings from the Opry House in Nashville, Tennessee, where are gathered again the people you have known for the past 14 years, all ready to entertain you with their favorite old-time music and songs. We're mighty proud and happy to have so many new friends listening to this network, and we are mighty proud of our sponsor, the people who make Prince Albert smoking tobacco. Tonight, Prince Albert presents Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys, Uncle Dave Macon, the Dixie Dewdrop, Ford Rush, and Sam and Kirk McGee with Slim Smith. And here again is George Hay, the solemn old judge, our master of ceremonies.
Thank you, David Stone, and howdy, neighbors. We got a great, big, Grand Ole Opry House filled with friends, and the show opens with Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys playing Old Joe Clark. Let it go, Roy.
Here's the reason why. His neck's so long and doggy long, afraid he'd nail the tie. Very well, old Joe Clark, goodbye, Benson Brown. Very well, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave his town. Her head is like a coffee pot, her nose is like a spout. Take your time, Lucy gal, and pour that coffee out. Very well, old Joe Clark, goodbye, Betsy Brown. Very well, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave his town.
Thank you, Roy. There we are, off to a great big start. And now, friends, we introduce Uncle Dave Macon, the Dixie Dewdrop, with his plug hat, gold teeth, chin, whiskers, wears no man's collar, son Doris with the banjo at his side. And a little advice first. Honest confession is good for the soul. All right, Uncle Dave?
He had banished the thoughts of his dear father's home, wished only in freedom to roam, till friendless he stood without clothing or food. He says, I'll arise and go home. Glory to God, the prodigals come home. Glory to God, the prodigals come home. From sin and from crime and from feeding the swine. Glory to God, he's come home.
Thank you, Uncle Dave. That's fine. That's fine. Have a chair now. Make yourself at home. We'll call on you in just a minute. David Stone, will you please come in and give us some good news?
A group of scientists, smokers themselves, recently set out to find the coolest smoking tobacco. And men, listen to this. Prince Albert was the winner of the laboratory smoking bowl tests. Yes, Prince Albert, the world's largest selling tobacco. PA burned 86 degrees cooler than the average of the 30 other of the largest selling brands tested, coolest of all. Let PA keep the excess heat out of your smoking. Sidestep parching and biting that flattens out the tobacco-y taste. Get real smoking comfort and flavor, too, with Prince Albert.
Thank you, David. The Grand Ole Opry continues. Now we present Sam and Kirk McGee from Tennessee with Old Slim Smith, the Cherokee. And it'll be an interpretation of a Tennessee fox chase. Let it go, boy.
Come on over here at the holler board, see if we can get up that old red and run that sad night.
shaking them pup, will you? I wouldn't have them pup run that way tonight for nothing. They're too young. Hey, yo, Slick Blue Jacket now coming around there. Go look out now.
That's old Blue hung the fence. Better blow the horn, call me.
Blow the horn, Tyler, blow. Call him, Tyler, call him. Gentlemen, they're all tied in together now. They're living it that. Everybody owe me upon, I believe. Yeah, let them young fuck, boy. They gonna kill himself tonight, ain't it? Right into the vehicle, I did like I said.
All right, boys, I believe you're going to get him. I believe if you keep on, you'll get him. The Grand Ole Opry continues, and now, friends, we introduce Forward Rush with his silver baritone, and he's backed up by a bunch of mighty good-looking boys here. The tune is You're the Only Star in My Blue Heaven. All right, Forward?
I'm just shining just for me.
Thank you, Ford Rush. That's swell. That's mighty, mighty fine. And now, friends, Sam and Kirk McGee with old Slim Smith once more, and this time a little plain and fancy fiddling and banjo picking. The Mockingbird. All right, boys. Pretty boy, that's cute, that's okay. David, would you mind telling us some more good news, please, sir?
Thank you, Judge. We want you to know, you fellas who smoke Prince Albert, that when you are enjoying PA, you have the winner for cool smoking tobacco. Scientific smoking bowl tests show that PA is free from the parching body effects of S6 smoking heat, thanks to those choice tobaccos and to the famous Prince Albert crimp cut and no-bite process. Yes, PA's crimp cut and no-bite process let smokers enjoy all the rich, fragrant aroma of PA's choice tobaccos. Now's the time for you to try Prince Albert, the national joy smoke. There are around 50 pipefuls in every tin. Get Prince Albert.
Thank you, David. Friends, last week we asked you if you wanted to hear Roy Acuff do that Wabash Cannonball, and I don't know how many of our good friends wrote in and said they did. So here it is. The Wabash Cannonball, Roy Acuff with his Smoky Mountain Boys. Take it away, Roy. Hear the roar of the engine, yeah, those lonesome hobos squall. You're traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. Play it, boy. Here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and always be remembered in the courts of Alabama. His earthly race is over and the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar as she glides along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the roar of the engine, hear those lonesome hobos squall. You're traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. Roy, you really rang the bell that time, coming and going. That was Cousin Roy Acuff doing that Wabash Cannonball. And here he is again, friends, our senator from the Cannon County Hills with a little love song. Uncle Dave with Doris, and the tune is Come, Dearest, the Daylight is Gone. All right, Uncle Dave.
The daylight is gone. The stars are unveiling to see.
Sing 'em.
How wonder will be my loved one. I will stroll by the beautiful sea. Let us go where the wildflowers bloom, amid the soft dews of the night, where the iron the sparrows perfume, and the rose speak the love and delight. I love thee, oh yes, I love thee. You're the flowers love the dew, as the moonbeams over the billow gives me lasting affections for you. Let us go where the wildflowers bloom, amid the soft dews of the night, where the iron the sparrows perfume, and the rose speak the love and delight. I would that every zephyr that comes from far over the sea would bear upon its bosom these burning words to me. Let us go where the wildflowers bloom, amid the soft dews of the night, where the iron the sparrows perfume, and the rose speak the love and delight.
Ah, that's fine. That's fine, Uncle Dave. Well, the Grand Ole Opry carries on right down the middle of the road, and Fort Rush is up again. This time, a good old-timer, put on your old gray bonnet. The Smoky Mountain Boys are back in
the old farmhouse veranda, there sat Silas and Miranda, thinking of the days gone by. Sadie, dearie, don't be weary, you were always bright and cheery, but a tear, dear, dims your eye. Said she, the tears of gladness, Silas, they're not tears of sadness. It is 50 years today since we were wed. And the old man's dim eyes brightened, his stern old heart it lightened. He turned to her and said, fields of clover we will drive to Dover on our golden wedding day. Put on your old gray bonnet with a blue ribbon on it while I hitch old Hive into the shade. Through the fields of clover we will drive to Dover on our golden wedding day.
Yeah. Nice, Ford. All right, Uncle Dave, come on out here and make yourself at home now. We want to call on you for another little ditty here. It'll be, I've got a mule to ride, all aboard for Birmingham, Andalusia, and all points south. Let it go.
The preacher got drunk, throwed his Bible down, told his congregation he was Alabama bound. Alabama bound, Alabama bound. If a train breaks down, got a mule to ride. Alabama bound, Alabama bound. If a train breaks down, got a mule to ride. The woman leaves you, don't you wear no black. For a cold frosty morning she'll come hobbling back. Alabama bound, Alabama bound. If a train breaks down, got a mule to ride. I went to the levee, Lord, I learned to swim. I made good money, but I blowed it in. Alabama bound, Alabama bound. If a train breaks down, got a mule to ride. Alabama bound, Alabama bound. If a train breaks down, got a mule to ride.
And now it'll be Sam and Kirk McGee with Old Slim Smith, the Cherokee, and the tune is Corina. Let it go, boy. Thank you, boys. Thank you. Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys on deck. And it'll be Red Wing, that good old Indian tune. boys. Thank you. Thank you. David Stone, come on in, will you please, sir?
I hope that you're not going to let another day go by without Prince Albert, now that you know the facts about smoking coolness. As announced in detail early on this program this evening, scientific tests to find the coolest smoking tobacco show no other tobacco like PA for cool, mild, yet rich tasting, and only once Prince Albert has the famous PA crimp cut and no-bite process. And with PA burning cooler by many, many degrees, you get to enjoy all of the full-bodied aroma of Prince Albert's choice tobaccos. Prince Albert is the national joy smoke. Start a tin of PA tomorrow.
Thank you, David. Let's gather around, boys, and go into that goodnight tune, that old flop-eared mule up and at 'em. Well, friends, that brings to a close our little shindig tonight. The wood cutting is just about over. Thanks very much for your attention. Remember, the Grand Ole Opry will be heard at this same
company.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The National Broadcasting Company extends a cordial invitation to the dance. If you're in a dancing mood, don't hesitate to join us. We're dancing in the Paradise Restaurant in the heart of New York's Great White Way, dancing to the music of Glenn Miller and his orchestra. To open our program, the Italian novelty song, followed by one that's quite a few years old. Gail Reese and the gang with Oh Mama, followed by Marie.
Bundle in his hand. Tell me why he winks his eye whenever he goes by my window. Mama, mama, I'm in love, and he's in love, and love is grand.
Marie, I got a poor child, Marie. I got a Marie, you want to marry me? Living in a crazy way, Mama. The butcher boy, she wants to marry the butcher boy. eventide and quietude prevails. Heavenly constellations smile down upon a boy and a girl because they know that it's love light in the starlight. Your vocalist, Ray Epperly. Once it was a classic composition, nobody called it a wow. Glenn Miller stepped up the tempo and listen to old Humoresque Now. many happy returns of the day. There isn't much more I can say as Ray Eberly extends my best wishes.
My best wishes, although I'm losing you. You found someone, some lucky someone. I hope that someone will care for you the way I do. No use trying to tell my heart I hate you. I'd be lying, that's not the thing to do. We'll both feel better if I close this letter with my best wishes to you.
For your dancing pleasure, the National Broadcasting Company is presenting the music of Glenn Miller and his orchestra, coming to you from the Paradise Restaurant in the heart of New York's Great White Way. On with the dance in the first person. I know that you know. feminine pulchritude personified, steps to the microphone to ask a question. The person, Gail Reese. The question, how'd you like to love me? Here is a plaintive plea emanating from the lips of Ray Eberle. The plea, "Don't Wake Up My Heart."
not to kiss again. I don't want my heart to hurt like this again. Don't wake up old dreams. I'm afraid to face them. Don't wake up old dreams. New ones can replace them till you're sure that we are never to part. Don't wake up my heart, sweetheart.
If you have shag in your system and you want to get it out, here's the time. Do it to the waters of the Minnetonka. his orchestra, playing in the Paradise Restaurant in the heart of New York's Great White Way. Your vocalists, Cale Reese and Ray Everly. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
We take you to the Glen Island Casino in New Rochelle, New York.
NBC invites you to listen to Glenn Miller's music. Dance session, in which we present the popular young designer of devastating ditties, Glenn Miller and his orchestra. The program coming to you from way up Westchester Way at the very smart Glen Island Casino on Long Island Sound, just outside New York City. The preliminaries administered, Glenn Miller sets the pace for dining and dancing at sundown. story, be it fantasy or fact, is narrated lyrically by Ray Eberly. Cinderella. Glenn Miller parts the curtains of the vocal department for a glimpse of Marion Hutton, mistress of the Charm School. Her song, the new Irving Berlin hit from Second Fiddle, Back to Back. Session now, a simple and songful serenade served in the Glenn Miller manner. Ray Eberly joins the orchestra in this, To You. New York City.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, as the network relines, we resume with Glenn Miller's music emanating from the Glen Island Casino here at New Rochelle, New York. The slip in the groove, but firm and plump. Well, out here in Westchester, where of a summer evening the moon is apt to cause no end of heart flutters, it's little wonder that Ray Eberly has been trapped by moon love. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're on the subject of raucous romance, let's see how Dan Cupid stands up under Glenn Miller's Pagan Love Song. Session played for you by Glenn Miller and his orchestra with featured vocalist Marion Hutton and Ray Eberly. The program coming to you from the fashionable Glen Island Casino in Westchester County in New Rochelle, New York.
How do you do, everybody? From Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of the Southland, Prince Albert, the world's most popular smoking tobacco, presents your Grand Ole Opry.
Got my Sunday shoes on, got my hair slicked down, having a big time tonight. Can of good Prince Albert, full with pleasure bound, having a big time tonight. Going to the hold down in my Sunday clothes, having a big time tonight. Gonna still be dancing when the rooster crows, having a big time tonight. Yeah!
Friends, come with us again to the Grand Ole Opry House and join in another half hour of fun, music, and song. More of that swing your partner music to make your feet shuffle, and more of the beautiful old songs of the hills brought to you in this only program of its type. This program is sent to you every Saturday night with the good wishes of our sponsor, the folks who make Prince Albert smoking tobacco. And another swell gang of Opry entertainers are here on the stage tonight. There's Roy Acuff and all of his Smoky Mountain boys, the Stacy Sisters, Smiling Jack Shook and his Missouri Mountaineers, and the Crook Brothers Band. And right in the middle of the gang is our good friend, the solemn old judge, and his wood bucket bugle, ready to be our master of ceremonies. All right, George, come right on and blow yourself in.
Thank you, David Stone, and good evening, friends and neighbors. We're mighty happy to welcome to our Opry House tonight several hundred Tennessee teachers who are here in Nashville during the Teachers Convention. If we were poetic on our Grand Ole Opry, we would sit down and dash off 49 or 50 verses about spring. But we're not, so the best we can do is to pour a big case of spring fever into our microphones for the next half hour. Sure, we're a little daffy, but there are only two kinds of people in the world when spring comes around, the daffy ones and the dead ones. So look out, here we come. Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys open our shindig with a traditional American breakdown, Greenback Dollar, the subject of much discussion for the past 164 years. Open up the cash box, Roy, and deal 'em out.
I was born in East Virginia, South Carolina I did go. There I loved a pretty little maiden, and her age I did not know. Oh, her hair was brown and curly, and her cheeks were rosy red. On her breast she wore white lilies, all the tears that I have shed. I don't want your greenback dollar, I don't want your watch and chain. All I want is your heart, darling, won't you take me back again? Papa says we cannot marry, Mama says it'll never do. If you ever learn to love me, I will run away with you. I don't want your greenback dollar, I don't want your watch and chain. All I want is your heart, darling, won't you take me back again?
Okay. Well, we're delighted to note and learn from our house manager that we have so many fine friends from other states here in the Opera House tonight. The Grand Ole Opry is our way of inviting Mr. and Mrs. America, Mr. and Mrs. Canada, and Mr. and Mrs. Western Hemisphere to join our international neighborhood get-together each Saturday night with the makers of Prince Albert Tobacco as our hosts. Still suffering from good old spring fever, we have asked our friend Ford Rush, who sings 'em mighty pretty, to give us that chipper ditty which fits our picture when the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along. All right, Ford?
Thank you. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along, along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh, and be happy. What if I've been blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along, along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh, and be happy. What if I've been blue when I'm walking through fields of flowers? Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along.
That's fine, Ford. Mighty, mighty nice, and thank you so much. And now, everybody, here comes your friend, my friend, and especially every pipe smoker's friend, Dave Stone.
Well, folks, just because tomorrow's Easter, don't expect me to pull a rabbit out of the hat tonight. No, I've got no new tricks up my sleeve. But I've got a tip for you pipe smokers and those who roll your own. Gentlemen, don't miss trying Prince Albert if you like a cooler smoke. Recently, automatic smoking and heat registering machines found that Prince Albert, the national joy smoke, burned 86 degrees cooler than the average of the 30 other of the largest selling brands tested, coolest of all. Now, veteran smokers have always known that Prince Albert is a cool-burning smoke. And when science comes along and confirms that belief, well, that's a real triumph for Prince Albert, for that choice tobacco it's made of, and for that special PA cut known as crimp cut, and that grand no-bite process. All of which adds up to the world's most popular smoking tobacco. Yes, there's real smoking joy with Prince Albert, so hurry, get your big red tin of Prince Albert smoking tobacco at your first opportunity.
Very sound advice, Dave, very sound advice. On with the Grand Ole Opry now, and it's time for the Crook Brothers to come to the front and center. Herman and all the boys, and it's that new river train. Let her go, Herman.
I'm leaving on that new river train. I'm leaving on that new river train. Oh, the same old train that brought me here will carry me way again. Oh, darling, you can't love but one. Oh, darling, you can't love but one. No, you can't love but one. And with me having fun, oh, darling, you can't love but one. Oh, darling, you can't love two. Oh, darling, you can't love two. No, you can't love two, and your little heart be true. Oh, darling, you can't love two. Oh, darling, remember what you said. Oh, darling, remember what you said. Oh, remember that you said you had rather see me dead than to see me on the new river train.
Very nice, boys. Good traveling, good traveling. Now, friends, the Stacy sisters, members of our Grand Ole Opry Company, are up. And the number is for the special benefit of our good friends way out west who have joined our Grand Ole Opry party. And the tune is, of course, When It's Springtime in the Rockies. All right, ladies.
When it's springtime in the Rockies, I'll be coming back to you, little sweetheart of the mountains, with your bonny eyes all blue. Once again I'll say I love you, while the birds sing on.
Mighty nice, girls, mighty nice. Fine business. The Grand Ole Opry goes right down the middle of the road, and the entire company gathers round. The tune is Little Liza Jane. Let 'em go, boys.
When I go to travel, travel on the train. When I go to marry, marry to Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza poke out, oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza poke out, she died on the train.
boys, mighty fine, and it certainly is cute. Well, now it is, while the boys are catching their breath for a moment or two, why don't you pipe smokers and those who roll your own catch up on some real smoking pleasure? Fill up with mellow PA and listen to what Dave Stone's got to say.
Friends, Prince Albert is called the National Joy Smoke, but don't think for one moment that it got that name by chance. Scientific smoking bowl tests show that Prince Albert is free from the parching body effects of excess smoking heat. And it's the famous Prince Albert crimp cut and the no-bite process together with PA's choice tobaccos that account for the delightful cool smoking that you get from this famous brand. Real cool smoking enjoyment, mild, mellow smoking pleasure with all of the rich flavor of Prince Albert coming through without a hint of harshness. Yes, that's why Prince Albert is the world's most popular smoking tobacco. That's why Prince Albert is called the National Joy Smoke.
Thank you, David. That's mighty fine. And now it's Roy Acuff and his song tonight, that old song that goes right in the middle of our show, is Little Pal. All right, Roy?
I'm lonely tonight, little pal. I am lonely, I'm sad, and I'm blue. There's an empty spot in my life that no one can fill, only you. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay. My heart is withered like a petal of a rose I saw dying today. I am thinking of you, little pal. I am thinking of you so sad. You're the pal that always loved me, truest pal that I ever had. Remember we walked in the moonlight, we walked, we talked alone. Was then that we were parting, and never again will we roam. But think of me, little pal. I am surely thinking of you. You're the only pal that ever was to me so kind and so true. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay. My heart is withered like a petal of a rose I saw dying today.
Thank you, Roy Acuff. Well, friends, it's time for another red-hot breakdown by the Crook Brothers, who have picked out Coming Around the Mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Get going, boys, and it's time to pour on the heat. Let it go.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain, be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. we'll all go down and meet her when she comes. Yeah, we'll all go down and meet her when she comes. Yeah, we'll all go down and meet her. We'll all go down and greet her. We will all go down and meet her when she comes. We will kill the old red rooster when she comes. Yeah, we'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. Yeah, we'll kill the old red rooster 'cause he don't crow like he used to. We will kill the old red rooster when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes.
Well, we got around the mountain all right, and the Grand Ole Opry goes right on. Ford Rush and Ford Jr., a sweet old song, Wait Till the Sun Shines, Nellie.
Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, when the clouds go drifting by. We will be happy, Nellie, don't you sigh. Down Lover's Lane we'll wander, sweetheart, you and I. Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, by and by. Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, when the clouds go drifting by. We will be happy, Nellie, don't you sigh. Down Lover's Lane we'll wander, sweetheart, you and I. Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, by and by.
Thank you, sir. All right, boys, okay. And the entire company now gathered around. Gather them around, will you, Roy, please? And it's old Joe Clark. 1, 2, 3, 4, let it go. Keep it up, you're doing fine. Come on, let's have a little more of that. Hurry up here, Mac. My goodness sakes.
Hey, the red boys!
Thank you, Max. Thank you. Okay. Come on up. We'll give you a raise first thing Monday morning. Now it's time for Roy Acuff to sing another pretty song. My sweetheart's a sly little miss.
My sweetheart's a sly little miss, a girl that I fondly adore. Me too. Often I ask her to kiss me. She gives me just one and no more. Oh, shucks. I called at her house one evening, and I asked for a kiss at the door.
What'd she say?
She answered, "You fried, don't squeeze me so tight. I'll give you just one as you go. I'll give you just one as you go. I'll give you just one as you go." She answered, "You fried, don't squeeze me so tight. I'll give you just one as you go." Her dad is a feeling old man. He always feels for me.
In what way?
I remember the time this feeling began when I called his daughter to tea.
Want some tea again?
While bidding my sweetheart good night, in a usual manner, you know, he exclaimed with a swear, his foot hit the air. "I'll give you just one as you go. I'll give you just one as you go. I'll give you just one as you go." He exclaimed with a swear, his foot hit the air. "I'll give you just one as you go." That dog, what an awful big brute.
Oh, big dog, huh?
He was on me with all of his weight. He tore out the seat of my $8 suit. He made me a subject of bait. I hopped over the high garden wall
And run?
in a manner you bet was not slow. When a voice from the house, it seemed to say, "Give him one more as he goes. Give him one more as he goes. Give him one more as he goes." A voice from the house, it seemed to say, "Give him one more as he goes."
Nice going, Roy, and all the boys. And now, friends, we introduce David Stone with some more good news about Prince Albert.
Prince Albert is the world's most popular smoking tobacco for pipe smokers and men who like to roll their own. Veteran pipe smokers the country over know that Prince Albert means a cool smoke. Science has confirmed this, and experience has taught roll-your-own smokers that PA is the best makings they ever rolled into a cigarette. Prince Albert rolls up faster, neater, and easier. Smokes rich, tasty, and full-bodied. Great for makings, grand in your pipe. Yes, that's Prince Albert smoking tobacco. Next time, try Prince Albert.
Thank you, David. Come over here, Brother Oswald, and lead the boys on the last go-round here. A little trip up to Cripple Creek. Go on in there, Pit. Thank you, boys. Thank you. And now, friends, it's time to close our docket for the night. But we'll have some more cases to try next week at this same time, and everybody's invited. We hereby sentence all of our friends and neighbors to have a happy Easter and be thankful for our many blessings. This is George Hay, the solemn old judge, saying good night and good luck, everybody. Okay, David Stone.
Next week at this same time, we'll be back in the Opera House for another half hour of your favorite music and songs. And during the week, here are other things to remember for your radio entertainment. Monday night, tune in Blondie, the adventures of that famous comic strip couple, Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead, on another network. On Saturday night, there are two great programs for your entertainment. Bob Crosby and the best Dixieland band in the land with Mildred Bailey and the Grand Ole Opry on this same network. And during the week, for your smoking enjoyment, it's Prince Albert Smoking Tobacco, the National Joy Smoke.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
How do you do, everybody? From Nashville, Tennessee, Prince Albert, the world's most popular smoking tobacco, presents the South's most popular radio program, the Grand Ole Opry.
Got my Sunday shoes on, got my hair slicked down, having a big time tonight. Can of good Prince Albert, full with pleasure bound, having a big time tonight. Going to the hoedown in my Sunday clothes, having a big time tonight. Gonna still be dancing when the rooster crows, having a big time tonight.
Yes, it's the Grand Ole Opry. A Merry Christmas, everybody, from the makers of Prince Albert Smoking Tobacco and the Grand Ole Opry. Here we are in the Opry House in front of a great big Christmas tree, and we're ready for another half hour of your favorite music and song. There's going to be plenty of fun, and we're inviting all of our friends from the Mexican border to the mountains of Virginia to join in. Tonight, in our big cast, we have Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys, Uncle Dave Macon, the Dixie Dewdrop, the Fruit Jar Drinkers, and our old friends Alton and Rabin, the Delmore Brothers. And right here, all dressed up in his long tail coat, plug hat, and everything, is George Hay, the solemn old judge, our master of ceremonies.
Thank you, David, and howdy, neighbors. We got a big Christmas shindig for you. Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys lead off, and the number is Love Somebody, for if you do, somebody'll love you just as sure as you're a foot high. Let it go, Roy. Thank you, Roy. That's a good start on the Grand Ole Opry. And now, friends, it's Uncle Dave making Santa Claus himself from the Cannon County Hills with Doris, his son, and the banjos, and the reindeers are hitched up outside. First tune will be an old favorite that he sang many, many years ago, the All Go Hungry Hash House on the Hill. Uncle Dave.
There's a hotel in the city as we climb the Golden Stairs, and they serve the hash up on the second floor. There's a graveyard in the cellar, doctor's office in the parlor, and the undertaker keeps his shop next door. Touch Me Not was on the teacup, skeleton crossbones on the plate. Copyrighted on that turkey you could smell. Oh, the biscuits, they are named, and I'm going to have them framed at that all-go hungry hash house where I dwell. Oh, the donuts, they are wooden, and we have Limburger pudding. We kneel in prayer before we go to grub. If you chance to get a breeze of that ambolonious cheese, you'd have swore somebody'd hit you with a club. hotel where I stay, it is turning my hair gray, for the landlord is always full of beer. Oh, the beds of bugs have rented, and the air was sweetly scented by an old-fashioned tan yard in the rear. All the sausage they are marked, if you touch them they will bark. It's a relic sent from Bingham on the Rhine. All the boarders have the crew called from drinking frozen soup at that old go hungry hash house where I dine. They have India rubber pickles, exercises on bicycles, and a dinner bell and gong they can't afford. Yeah. When they open up the gates, we'll come skipping on roller skates at that old go hungry hash house where I board. A woman called the Duchess brings the coffee in on crutches, and the cake looks like the sponge that's petrified. Oh, the pies are old and gray, they were tackled by a jay who went right out and committed suicide. Ah, the molasses made of paint, if you smell them you will faint. They are yellow and all this stuff in her gold. Oh, the eggs are made to match. If you touch them, they will hatch at that old go hungry hash house where I've been.
Thank you, Uncle Dave. Come on in, David Stone, will you please, sir?
Ladies, I've a special word for you tonight. Here's a grand gift you can give the men folks and make them happy if they're making cigarette smokers or if they smoke a pipe. What I'm talking about is the downright smoking joy that men get out of the 1-pound packages of Prince Albert, the princely smoking tobacco. There's no gift that delights so many pipe and making smokers as Prince Albert, the world's most popular tobacco. And even though Christmas Eve is practically here, there's still time to get Prince Albert at a convenient dealer's. You'll find gift packages of Prince Albert already packed up for Christmas Day giving, trim and cheery looking in special, colorful holiday dress. Just ask for the 1-pound tin of Prince Albert smoking tobacco. You'll be amazed and pleased when you see how much grand choice PA tobacco you get for so little. And you can certainly be pleased, and the men folks will be pleased too, because they will appreciate the gift. Prince Albert, the national joy smoke.
Thank you, David. Thank you. And now, friends, we present one of our hottest bands on the Grand Ole Opry, Grand Pappy George Wilkerson and his fruit jar drinkers, and a little advice that's good all the year round. Don't let your deal go down. All right, Grand Pappy.
Tennessee, and any old place I hang my hat seems like home sweet home to me. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. For my last old dollar done gone. She put her arms around my neck and said, honey, don't you go. I said, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. For my last old dollar done gone.
Fine, boys. Okay. We continue with our Grand Ole Opry now, friends and neighbors, by presenting as our guest tonight an act that appeared on our show for many years. They left us a little while ago to take a tour of America and Canada and a few other places. The Delmore brothers, Alton and Rabin. Let's give the boys a nice reception here. That's fine. We're glad to have you back, boys, and the first tune will be When It's Time for the Whippoorwill to Sing.
Oh, the stars and the silver moon are shining. All around is the sweetness of the spring. But I'm sad and in loneliness I'm pining for the one I know I'll never see again. How I long for the day when I shall meet her, if it be where the angels sweetly sing. She is mine and the thought of her grows sweeter when it's time for the whippoorwill to sing. She made the promise, and these words said to me great joy did bring. I'll be true, and you know you'll find me waiting when it's time for the whippoorwill to sing. How I long for the day when I shall meet her, if it be where the angels sweetly sing. She is mine, and the thought of her grows sweeter when it's time for the whippoorwill to sing.
Very nice, boys, and we're glad to have you on the show tonight. Now, friends, it'll be Uncle Dave making the Dixie Dewdrop. Oh, where to go? And Doris is here, and it's going to be turkey in the straw, turkey in the hay, 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 hay. Let it go, Uncle Dave.
Well, it's I was climbing down the road with a tire-up team and a heavy load to crack my whip and the lead I sprung. The old lamb was in the wagon tongue. Turkey in the hay, hay. Ha, 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 ha. Well, let it run alive and fall. Let it home up and go turkey in the straw. Well, it's I was climbing down the road. I bit this cousin and I bit this toe. Every time his cousin would sing that old toe curves the bitch in me. Turkey in the hay, hay. Ha, 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 ha. Well, let it run alive and fall. Let it home up and go turkey in the straw. Well, this mean bad Donny was a riding of a pony. She in front of me behind my Donny said that she'd always this chicken stuff. And you think I'm working, but ain't doing nothing. Turkey in the hay, hay. Ha, 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 ha. Well, let it run alive and fall. Let it home up and go turkey in the straw. Well, it's I went down the old shade field. Black snake grabbed me by my heels, and I turned around but I do my best. Run my head in the hornet said, turkey in the hay, hay. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, let it run alive and fall. Let it home up and go turkey in the straw.
That's okay, Uncle Dave. Yes, sir. And now, friends, by popular request of so many of you, we present Roy Acuff singing The Great Speckled Bird. The Smoky Mountain Boys are with him. All right, Roy.
What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning a great speckled bird. Remember, her name is recorded on the page
of...
In smokers, you know. Yes, men will appreciate getting Prince Albert, the favorite tobacco of so many men. They'll be tickled pink with Prince Albert because they know how cool and mellow, yet rich and tasty it smokes. They'll appreciate these generous packages of PA on Christmas Day and long after. Hours and hours of princely smoking joy given to them by you. PA is a cooler smoking tobacco. Recent scientific tests prove that Prince Albert, the national joy smoke, burned 86 degrees cooler than the 30 other of the largest selling brands tested. And PA burned coolest of all. You'll be sure to delight on Christmas Day when you greet the men the Prince Albert way.
Thank you, David. Thank you. And now, gather round Grandpappy George Wilkson and all the fruit jar drinkers, and let's bile them cabbage down. Bile them down, boys. Okay, red hot, Grandpappy, red hot. And now, friends, the Delmore Brothers again, one of their favorite numbers. What would you give in exchange for your soul? Alton and Raven.
Brother, I'm far from Savior today, risking your soul for the things that decay. Oh, if today God should call you away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give in exchange? What would you give in exchange? What would you give in exchange for your soul? Oh, if today God should call you away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? Mercy is calling you, won't you give heed? While the dear Savior still tenderly plays, risk not your soul, it is precious indeed. What would you give in exchange for your soul? If when you stand at the bar by and by, when you are weighed in the balance on high, you should be seen as forever to die, what would you give in exchange for your soul?
Very nice, boys, like old times on the Grand Ole Opry. And now it'll be Roy Acuff and those Smoky Mountain Boys. The tune, Be All Smiles Tonight. Up and at 'em, let her go, Roy. Boys, the Grand Ole Opry continues, and it's Uncle Dave making the Dixie Dewdrop on deck. The tune is one of his novelty numbers, Something's Always Sure to Tickle Me. All right, Uncle Dave?
Oh, my name's Ticklish Davy, and I came from Tennessee, where everything seemed ticklish to me. I've been tickled by an undershirt, been tickled by a wasp, I've been tickled by a yaller bumblebee. I've always got a tickle stored away about my clothes. It really doesn't matter where I be. For I'm tickled in the morning, I'm tickled in the night, for something's always sure to tickle me. Some pepper into Dad's snuff box just to see what he would say. Lord, he sneezed and he coughed until I thought he'd have a fit, and then he took me out and tickled me. I was always getting tickled by someone about the house, so why they did it I could never see. For the handle and the paddle, they are all in splinters now, for they wore them out a tickling me. Sat her down to supper. Lord, I spurred her to the tablecloth, her nose all in the butter. Oh, she got right up and turned around just like a buzzing bee, for something's always sure to tickle me.
And now, the Delmore Brothers have another little tune for us, the Weary Lonesome Blues. All right, boys.
I've got them weary, weary lonesome blues, feeling lonesome, about to cry. The only one that I did love has gone another way. I cannot smile as I used to, 'cause her love has proved untrue. I've got them weary, weary lonesome blues, and I don't know what to do. I've got them weary lonesome blues. I've got them weary, weary I cannot smile as I used to, for love has been done true. I've got them weary, weary blues, and I don't know what to do. I've got them weary, lonesome blues.
Thank you, boys. David, come on in, will you, please, sir?
As the minutes tick toward another jolly Christmas Eve, you'll be glad to know there's still time to get presents for men. Presents that roll-your owners and pipe fans will appreciate. Yes, there's still time if you go to your dealers for gift packages of Prince Albert smoking tobacco. They are ready and waiting in special, attractive Christmas wrappings, complete down to the greeting card space that says, Christmas greetings from and to. All you do is write in your personal message. These gift packages of Prince Albert are doubly convenient for filling in your last-minute gift needs, as well as for extra gifts to your favorites. You'll find dealers with Prince Albert gift packages in the big, generous size 1-pound tins. They're grand, gracious gifts, all ready to make pipe smokers happy, hardly at a moment's notice. Yes, indeed, Prince Albert can certainly say Merry Christmas for you. And now, in this same grand old Yuletide spirit, the folks who make Prince Albert sincerely say, Merry, Merry Christmas to every one of you.
Thank you, David. Well, Roy, let's gather all the boys around and give the fiddler a dram. Let it go. Well, friends and neighbors, it's time to temporarily close the doors of the Opry House, but we'll be with you next Saturday night at this same time. Let us take this opportunity to thank you for your interest in our efforts to entertain you with the folk songs of America. Without your goodwill, there would be no Grand Ole Opry, because that's what it's built on. The goodwill that our boys and girls have sent to you each Saturday night for more than 14 years, and which you have so generously returned to us. Christmas means peace on earth, goodwill to men. It's all around us. All we have to do is take it and give it out. So it is a joy to send you our Christmas greetings from the entire Grand Ole Opry Company. So long, everybody. This is George Hay, the solemn old judge, wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
And here are other things to remember for your radio entertainment. On Monday night, listen to Blondie, the adventures of that famous comic strip couple, Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead. And on Tuesday night, listen to Bob Crosby and the best Dixieland band in the land with the Ink Spots. And on Saturday night, there are two great programs for your entertainment, Benny Goodman and the Grand Ole Opry. Next week, Roy Acuff and his Smoky Mountain Boys may be seen in person in eastern Kentucky. And all during the week for your smoking enjoyment, it's Prince Albert Smoking Tobacco, the National Joy Smoke.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
From out of the West comes America's greatest half hour of Western fun and music, the Hollywood Barn Dance. Yes, friends and neighbors, this is the place to spend your next half hour, for there's big doings taking places with the Barn Dance boys and girls tonight. And now here comes the man to get the proceedings underway, your Brushwood poet from down Texas way, Cottonseed Clark.
Much obliged, Jay, sir. Much obliged, Jay, and it's mighty nice to see that you folks went to the trouble of keeping company with our barn dancers again this payday. As Jay told you, there's some mighty big doings here in the barn tonight, and beginning right now, for in rides America's greatest Western singing stars, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage, and the company of Western Pictures' newest singing cowboy star, Jimmy Wakely. They're going to sing one of the feature songs of Jimmy's new picture in which Foy Willing and his boys are featured. The picture is Saddle Serenade, and the song is Happy Day. And here it is, just as you'll see and hear them do it on the screen. Men, we're listening. Let's go.
Happy day, wear a smile and you will find find that it will pay. Happy day, happy day, sing a song and drive your troubles all away. There's not a care or a worry out on the lone prairie. The boss is hanging out a rainbow and it's waiting for you and me. Your happy day, wear a smile and you will find that it will pay. Happy day, happy day, sing a song and drive your troubles all away. Give me a horse and saddle, give me a range to ride. My gal is waiting over yonder, and she'll soon be my blushing bride. Happy day, happy day, happy day. Wear a smile and you'll find that it will pay. Your happy day, sing a song and drive your troubles all away. Happy.
Roy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage with Jimmy Wakely singing Happy Day. And, of course, all the regular gang is on hand tonight, all fitting a fiddle. Johnny Bond, Cliffy Stonehead, Al Floyd, Jimmy Dean, the Sunshine Girls, and the mighty sweet little miss you're going to hear from now. The sweetheart of every last one of us old ugly boys and all the other folks who know her, Colleen Summers. And here she is to sing Flight Officer Gene Autry's great new song that's making such a big hit with Western music fans everywhere. Mail Call Today. Colleen, honey, you sing it up real pretty for the court.
At mail call today, dear, your last letter came. I just stood there smiling till they called my name. As I read it over, the sky turned to gray, and tears dimmed my eyes, love, at mail call today. I can't understand, love, what's happened to you. The day that I sailed, love, you said you'd be true. But now it's all over. What more can I say? My poor heart was broken at mail call today. I hope you'll be happy with somebody new, but always remember my heart beats for you. Good luck and God bless you wherever you stray. The world for me ended at mail call today.
Colleen Summers. And I know we could all do a lot of boys and girls in the service a lot of good by adding a little pleasure to their lives at mail call time.
Hiya, Cottonseed, old pal, old pal, old pal.
Hiya there, Johnny Bont. Say, you're looking none the worse after 2 hectic weeks in court.
Oh, that was nothing, Cottonseed. My wife, little bit, she finally forgive me for beating her up, and everything's okie-dokie now.
Oh, I always said that Little Bit was a fine woman, Johnny.
Well, I guess she's all right sometimes, Cottonseed, but she's kind of funny, you know.
Kind of funny? How do you mean?
Well, she wouldn't let me insure her clothes for her. She's done gone and hired a guy to watch them.
Hired a guy to watch them?
I guess so. I found him in the clothes closet yesterday. Anyway, I've got to sing my song now and leave. I'm going down to Cliffy Stonehead's barber shop, and I got to get a shave and a haircut.
You know, if that Stonehead's not holding court or working in a hardware store, he's running a dang barber shop. Well, go on and sing, John.
Okay, the title of this song is Mother, You've Worked for Me All Your Life. Now go out and work for yourself a while. I know a little ditty, it's as silly as can be. The guy who wrote it wanted it, so he handed it to me. Found I couldn't use it just because it sounded blue. And that's the very reason why I'm handing it to you. It's the song the alligators sing while coming through the rye. The serenade the elephants up in the tree so high. The Iceman hums the ditty as he shovels in the coal. The monkeys join the chorus up around the northern pole. Now ain't we crazy, ain't we crazy? But this is the way we pass the time away. Ain't we crazy, ain't we crazy? We're going to sing the song all night today. For the benefit of the radio listeners, they're not laughing at me, they're laughing at this silly Cliffy Stonehead doing the St. Vitus. It was midnight on the ocean, not a streetcar was in sight. I stepped into a drugstore to get myself a light. The man behind the counter was a woman old and gray, who used to peddle shoestrings on the road to Mandalay. Good evening, sir, the woman said, and her eyes were dry with tears. She stuck her head beneath her foot and said that way for years. Her children all were orphans, all except one tiny tot, who lived in a house across the street above a vacant lot. Now ain't we crazy, ain't we crazy? But this is the way we pass the time away. Ain't we crazy, ain't we crazy? We're going to sing the song all night today. Yes, sir.
So long, Sonny Bond. We'll meet you in Cliffy's barbershop in a few moments.
Yes, that takes us back to those days of long, long ago. And another pleasant few moments with your brushwood poet, Cottonseed Clark. I reckon that at one time or other, every one of you folks has experienced that gosh awful ordeal of having to wash your feet before going to bed so as not to soil your mother's bed sheets. Well, now let's listen to the story in rhyme as Cottonseed recites, Washing Your Feet Before Going to Bed.
Now, I ain't such a hand at explaining things, 'cause my school days was very few. I was brought up most by the Bible, and I was taught to be honest and true. Now, Ma taught me the meaning of friendship and the things that's really worthwhile, and she said to speak kind to everyone and to all is wear a smile. I learned what it was to work hard and struggle to forge ahead. But June or September, I could never remember to wash my feet before going to bed. Well, I could get up at 4 and kindle the fires and milk the cows with a song. I could go without grub till the horses was fed and chop cotton all day long. I could bug the taters and wear a smile and laugh as I plowed new ground. Pick okra till I was stinging like fire, strip sorghum and never once frown. I could stay awake on Sunday night and hear what the preacher said. But I'd rather saw logs or slop the hogs than wash my feet before going to bed. Why, many's the night I jumped into bed and finally warmed the sheet and then heard Paul boom from the other room, "My son, did you wash your feet?" Well, I know dang well when I slid out of bed that it meant a trip to the well, 'cause the bucket was sure to be dry as a bone. Just why, I never could tell. Well, I admit it weren't Paul's fault. For the fix I was in, I know he always said, "There's one thing don't forget, son, and this is it. Wash your feet before going to bed." Oh, in this land of beauty, the home of the brave and the free, someone may hear my story who will sympathize with me. Someone who knows the tortures that nightly fell to my lot. Someone who suffered the same as me, and like me, ain't forgot. Surely there must be someone among you who works for his daily bread that's followed that track to the well and back to wash his feet before going to bed. Thank you very much, friends and neighbors. Well, we have a lot of old Texas folks visiting here in our barn tonight, and just as sure as little green apples grow on trees, they asked to hear Texas blues. And for all of you folks who happen to be in Hollywood or vicinity and would like to visit our new barn along with these Texas folks and many others from all over the country, we'll be glad to make you take it. Just enclose a self-addressed stamped envelope for return mailing. And out of Fort Willing, and the Riders of Purple Sage, and the biggest record since 1944, and it's still going, those Texas blues.
Chugging down that railroad track, Texas home, I'll soon be back. See that fireman shoveling coal, all aboard, ladder on, those Texas blues. Oh, some of those are blues. There you find the ring below there, the bars will go, the faithful friend, all those Texas blues.
Thank you very much, folks. The Riders of the Purple Sage, Al Floyd, Jimmy Dean, and Fort Willing. And now all of you folks at home pull the rugs back and join in with us because the fun is a-fixing to commence. Ted French and his exhibition square dancers have the floor. Tex Lightning has his fiddle, and Johnny Bond has a set of calls. So everybody join in, clap your hands, let's get ready and dance till that take out.
First, couple out, bouncing, swing, go to the right. Yes, step, seven, yes, step, girl, yes, step, for the girl down the way. Now the possum, now the twist, now that big boy round the way. Don't settle that bale of hay over there, lady, that's Biffy's on there. First, go forward again with the toe, don't you go, yes, you know you ain't right.
Yes, there's fun galore for everybody here at the Hollywood Barn Dance, folks, and the festivities will continue after a 30-second pause for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. The Hollywood Barn Dance, friends and neighbors, carrying on with a regular Saturday night get-together in America's greatest half hour of Western fun and music. Here once more comes your master of the proceedings, Cotton Seat Clark.
Again, thank you, Jay. All right, Johnny Bond, swing them right on out to the barn.
Well, if you'll get out of the way, Cotton, old pal, we'll do it. Yup, so there's no stolen. Promenade all, promenade a mile.
Much obliged to you, Ted French, and to all of you folks who join in the dancing here every Saturday night. Well, folks, three mighty busy little girls in Hollywood these days are Colleen, Vivian, and June, the Sunshine Girls. When these three young ladies have time off from tours of camps and hospitals, you'll find them making records or busy on a movie lot. But as sure as Saturday night rolls around, you'll find them here on our Hollywood Barn Dance ready to offer you folks some mighty fine singing. And right now their offering is your request, and we know you'll like their unique way of singing in My Adobe Hacienda, the Sunshine Girls.
In my Adobe Hacienda, there's a touch of Mexico. Cactus lovelier than orchids, blooming in the patio.
and girls, Colleen, Vivian, and June. Thank you, children, for a mighty fine bit of singing. Well, I reckon the folks who run Monogram Pictures figured Jimmy Wakely was going to break a leg or something the way he's been making pictures here late. For this week, he finished the fourth in the current Wakely series, and leading theaters all over the country are showing them as fast as they're made. The reason for this is obvious, of course, and here comes the reason right now. Western Pictures' newest singing cowboy star, Jimmy Wakely. Come on here, John. All right, Jimmy, it's good to see you again tonight. So what about our offering in the way of a song?
Well, Cottonseed, I'd like to sing I'll Never Let You Go, Little Darling.
Well, okay, we're all ready.
So please don't try to say goodbye.
That was Jimmy Wakely singing I'll Never Let You Go, Little Darling. And now we take you to the corner of 4th and Oak Streets, where we find Cottonseed Clark waiting for that long, lean, lanky, lazy Lulu from Lizard Ridge, Johnny Bond.
Now, that Johnny Bond was never on time. Here I'm in front of Cliffy Stonehead's barbershop where he said to meet him. Oh, here he comes now.
Hiya, Cottonseed, old pal, goober puss.
Hiya there, Johnny. Say, what's the idea of having me to meet you down here on the street?
Just wanted to talk to you, old pal, that's all. Hey, let's go in this barber shop here. I got to get a shave and a haircut, and you can have your toupee trim while you're waiting.
I left it at home, but I'll go in with you anyway.
Okay, pal, let's go in.
Good evening, gents. What can I do for you today?
Give me the whole works, pal. I got a heavy date, and I want to smell good. How much is a haircut?
Haircut, For you, it'll be $1. You got about 6 months' growth there.
Say, how much for me? I haven't got as much as him.
For you, it'll be $2.
$2? For what?
For having to search for the hair.
I think I'll read a magazine.
Now, never mind him. Where'd I sit?
Right in this chair. Shingle?
No, I'm married. You better quit drinking that bay rum. I'll have a shave also.
Say, haven't I shaved you before?
No, I got these scars in Albuquerque. You see, I was being shaved by a lady barber and a mouse run across the floor. It was about 2 years ago, and Ouch! Hey,
what's the matter? Isn't my razor taking hold?
Taking hold, all right. It ain't letting go.
Well, I guess I'll have to be more careful. Will you have something on your face?
Now, if you don't mind, you might leave my nose. Who's this coming here?
That's Razzmatazz Dean, the shine boy.
Shine your shoes, boss? No, thank you.
Shine 'em up good.
What'd you say?
I said, shine 'em up good.
No, thanks.
Well, shine 'em up so you see your face in 'em.
I don't want to see my face.
Doggone coward.
Maybe the other gentleman over there would like a shine, Razzmatazz.
You mean this man? He's already got a shine.
That's the top of his head. Hey, barber, what are you doing?
I'm using my new razor on you. I bet you didn't even know you were being shaved.
No, I thought I was being sandpapered. Say, how come your little dog down there keeps looking up and watching us?
Oh, he does that all the time. Sometimes I snip off a bit of a customer's ear.
Yeah, should have snipped that one out of the script. Hey, oh! What happened then?
Oh, dear, I do believe I cut you. Here's a mirror. Take a good look at yourself.
A what?
Take a look.
Okay, let me see that. Oh, well, my nose was too long anyway. Say, give me a glass of water, will you?
Why?
I want to see if my neck leaks.
Well, I think that you'll get well in a few weeks. Would you like for me to go over your face again?
Yeah, but this time don't go under the skin like you did last time.
Say, Johnny, how about getting out of here? I got to be leaving.
Yeah, I got to be going too, Barber. Here's the money for your shave, and here's $1 tip for you.
Gee, thanks. Hey, wait, Johnny, did you give that guy $1 tip?
Yeah.
Oh, but look, he cut you 4 or 5 times and put pieces of paper over the cuts, and then you give him $1 tip?
Cottonseed, old pal. Anytime a man can be a barber, a butcher, and a paper hanger all the same time, he deserves $1. Let's get going.
So long for you, Johnny Bond. We'll be looking to see you next week. Folks, no greater contribution has ever been made to Western music than Bob Nolan's Tumbling Tumbleweeds. And certainly no greater writer of such music has ever been known than this Stephen Foster of the West. Long after Bob Nolan's span of life, Tumbling Tumbleweeds will remain a living monument to his genius. Four Willing and his Riders of the Purple Sage with the Sunshine Girls bring you a sincere and authentic rendition of this fine story of the West.
All right, that's everybody dance. Get in there. Come on, boys. First couple out and bounce and swing, goes to the right, gate, step, better, gate, step, squirrel, gate, step, pretty girl around the world. Now the possum, now the coon, now the big boy round the moon. Circle forward, middle, little slower, don't see, go, gents, you know you ain't reckon now like you would a while ago. Okay, boys, last call together on the starter cake. We all going on pretty soon. Circle forward, don't see, go, upside on your heel and go, you ain't reckon now you would a while ago. Go to the right, circle forward, do the same thing just once more.
Well, folks, we'd like to stay around a while longer, but it's way past bedtime, and tomorrow is church day. Just don't forget that all the Barn Dance boys and girls will be on hand again next Saturday night to bring you the kind of fun and music you won't regret on Sunday morning. See you all in church. Until then, this is Cottonseed Clark speaking for all of the Barn Dance boys and girls, saying so long, good luck, good night, and may the good Lord bless you.
Your Hollywood Barn Dance with the Cottonseed Clark and Gang will come to you every Saturday night at the same time from their new barn just off Gower Gulch in Hollywood. Jimmy Wakely's newest picture for Monogram is Saddle Serenade. Jay Stewart speaking with the CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
KMX Los Angeles, the voice of Hollywood.
System.
KMX Los Angeles, the voice of Hollywood.
Hi, soldier. This is Alan Prescott calling the shots for Glenn Miller and his orchestra as we aim a salute at the United States Army base at Trinidad. Before Glenn Miller and his gang fire the first musical shot, all of us here want to pay our respects to your commanding officer, Brigadier General Ralph Talbot, Jr., your officers, and all you guys to whom we're very grateful. Please consider yourselves respected, thanked, and now saluted as Glenn Miller starts us rolling with Marion, Tex, and the Molinairs singing Dear Alabella.
Army life's okay.
But Arabella,
I miss you more each day. While I'm parading and reducing for an apt, I hope that your love won't get cold in the draft.
kindly remember wherever you may be,
You're your private property.
Dear Arabella,
remember I'm your fella and you're mine. Oh, mine. Hey, Sergeant, hold my mop and pail. Won't you clean up while I go and get my mail?
You got a letter from Arabella.
Well, I'm Arabella's fella.
There's an airmail special on its way.
She writes the same thing every day.
Dear Private Johnny, don't worry over me, 'cause Private Johnny, I'm faithful as can be. I put your picture by the sofa near the fire for me and my boyfriends to sit and admire. They may want kisses, but I am always true. I close my eyes and make believe it's you.
So, ducky fella, you can depend on Arabella.
Why don't you drop me a line, tall, darling private?
Arabella, my Arabella, oh, won't you tell me that you're
Listen, kids, in case it might have slipped your mind, Glenn has done up a little piece to cover your whole day. Tap still reveille, remember?
Taps till reveille, I dream the whole night through. It's not till I hear reveille, I dream, my dear, of you. I have your face before me. The moments we're apart, from taps till I hear reveille, I dream of you,
After all, we know where you are. So I thought it might be interesting to let you know that we're in the Cafe Rouge at the Pennsylvania Hotel in New York City, where Glenn and his orchestra are playing an engagement. To keep these program notes straight, the vocal on the last number was done by Ray Everly. At this point, we bring in more of the cast, introducing Marion Hutton, Tex Beneke, and the four Modernaires. 5 boys and a girl will get together on Chattanooga Choo Choo from Glenn's movie, Sun Valley Serenade.
I'll never roam.
So Chattanooga choo-choo,
Won't you choo-choo me home?
Chattanooga, Chattanooga,
Get aboard,
Chattanooga, Chattanooga,
all aboard.
Chattanooga choo-choo,
Won't you choo-choo me home?
Chattanooga choo-choo.
There we are, choo-choo. I know you've all heard the favorite tune, The Vulgar Boatman. The Vulgar Boatman is a tune that was originally put together for all the baritones and bass singers who didn't manage to get into a barbershop quartet. I know you've heard it before, but I don't think you've heard Glenn Miller's special arrangement of it without baritone. Here it is. And now there down south, we'd like to have you meet the guy that's giving the party, Glenn Miller. Say hello, Glenn.
Hello, Army, down in Trinidad.
How does it feel to be away from that instrument and talking?
Well, I'm a little out of breath right at the moment.
I
One of the
should think so.
guests just came up and said, didn't see why we were broadcasting. We could open a window. They could hear it down there. It was that loud.
Well, I think that's fine. Glenn, I wanted you to particularly tell the boys about the Sunset Serenade thing and the offer you make on recordings and radios given away to Army posts.
Well, it's a little idea we cooked up about 2 or 3 months back and have been doing. We select 5 camps each week throughout the country. And the minute they're selected, we give them 50 records of outstanding American artists. They're not all our own, Alan.
Well, that's a nice thing. I think that's
I want to
great
point that out.
there.
Then the camp, in turn, selects their favorite tune. They write them into us, and on our Sunset Serenade, we play the 5 tunes that those camps select.
Yeah, I want to tell the boys that this program comes to them between 9 and 10 on Sunday morning.
Yes, I've
Get
heard
that
it's a little delayed from
Yes,
what
it's
it is
delayed
up here.
from ordinary.
I see. Well, now the public is asked to write in, that is the civilian population up here is supposed to write in and pick their favorite of the 5 tunes that we play. The general public picks, decides the camp to which we send this combination radio and phonograph. And last week, I might add that there's a little 4-way tie, and I got stuck for 4 radios. You know?
Oh, well, a very fine thing.
I know you feel very sorry, don't you, Al?
I do, too. That breaks my heart.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
know.
over that once again so those directions are clear. What do the boys down in Trinidad have to do now?
Well, first place, they'll have to be selected.
Yeah.
And
as one of your group of 5
That's
camps.
right. Well, they're picked at random throughout the country. We try and pick a big camp, a little bitty camp, and a mama camp, and a papa camp, you know what I mean?
I feel like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you know. Well, anyway, there are 5 varied-sized camps.
Yeah.
And the minute that we select them, we ship right out 50 records, currently popular records, by all the artists that they can think of, probably. And in turn, the camp is supposed to send us their favorite tune. We play that tune on our salute.
Yeah.
And the tune that the public picks of those 5 tunes designates the camp to which we send this combination phonograph and radio.
Well, thank you, Glenn. I think that's very generous, and I hope that the boys down there participate and that they're one of the camps selected.
Well, I think we can probably arrange to have them selected, you know.
Well, grand, yes. We'll have to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And now suppose we have a once-over lightly of that version of yours of Keep 'em Flying. How about
That's
that?
all right, Alan. Here we